Alright, I'm gonna do Tiger King. Review now. I'm gonna be honest. I have a really bad memory, so I just know Zoe Exotic, and I know Carol Baskin. Everyone else, don't know their name. But the guy that he hired to kill Carol was so I I'm amused by him, even though he's kind of done some shit. I just thought the way that he was so casual about it, like he was like, "Oh yeah, he wanted me to kill Carol and he wanted me to bring her head back," and he asked if I could, and I said, "Oh yeah, no problem." Like he was like so casual. It's like, okay, yeah, I can do whatever you want, but he ends up going home, and I think that is the most relatable thing. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll kill her for you, and like I think because he didn't do it because Joe didn't give him the amount of money that he said he was going to, so the guy just decided to like leave with the money, and I don't blame him for that at all. But then he ended up working with a lot of the people at the zoo to get Joe arrested, and then Joe did get arrested, and the guy, the hitman, hates Joe so much. Like what I found very fascinating in the documentary is besides his husband, one of his husbands, there was nobody on Joe's side, and like a lot of times in these things, like there are people on their side, and they'll be like, "Oh no, no, no! Like they're not that bad, or they were misrepresented, or something like that." But like everyone hated him with good reason because he's trash. But I just thought it was interesting. Like there wasn't a lot of people that were like rooting for him or like wanting to get him free or anything. They're just like, okay, yeah, he's in jail now, and he's gonna stay there. Hopefully he'll stay there. Um, the story that upset me a lot, like I'm upset with how he treated the tigers and how he treated his staff, and like he was just awful to animals and people and just every living creature. But what upset me was when Joe McHale was talking to Joe's producer. I like his producer, but talking to that guy, and the guy said that Joe killed a horse that belonged to an elderly woman who was like in love with that horse, and Joe like gives her a hug and he assures her that they'll take good care of the horse and he'll have a lot of room to run, and they'll like bring him back to health and all this stuff. And then when she leaves, Joe put a gun to the horse's head and killed it. And like like again, the tigers, the way he killed them and mistreated them was very upsetting, but I knew what I was getting myself into when I watched it because everyone was like, he's awful, like the tigers get mistreated, and so I knew what was going to happen to them. But to know that he did that, I'm like, how can anyone find it amusing or him amusing when they know everything that he did? Like he's not fictional, he's real, and he did these things. Like people kind of the way that they're talking about it is very amused, and you're thinking it's funny, and they're kind of acting like he's this hero or he's this TV personality, but he's a real life person who did real life things that hurt other people. So he's not fun. He's not interesting. He's not a fun character. He is a bad person. Like I mm. Same with Carol Baskin. She's a bad person. Even if she didn't kill her husband, which she did kill her husband, I'm gonna agree with that. She also wasn't the best with taking care of her tigers, and she was just as bad as him with that. So I don't understand people trying to kind of have fun with what they did and who they are, because they're actual people. They're not characters on TV. So like, it doesn't make sense. Um, the guy who got his teeth fixed, I liked him. I'm glad he's doing well. He deserves it. There was a trans man in the show, which I kind of think the reason he was kind of downplaying everything, acting like it wasn't a big deal when he was misgendered, was he was probably afraid because you know you live in the deep south, and I kind of feel like they could have done that in a way where maybe it wouldn't hurt him after the show's off the air, but that's fine. But I really did find it a lot of it interesting, and I forget the guy on the jet ski, but he's a mood, and I like him. And and then Tim, what's his name? I think who owns the zoo now, and he's married, and he's a bad scum. He's a scumbag as well. So Tim, I don't remember. You know who I'm talking about. Um, I don't like him. He's fishy. I don't like him. I think he's hiding something because he's a little too nervous and about things, and he's very defensive about things, and there's been things coming out about him, and he's like really really being defensive. So I feel like there is something that's going to come out with him soon, and it's not going to be a good thing. But yeah, that is it. Goodbye.